Hello, my name is Jesus Purroy, and I am CEO and founder of Àvida Biotech. I'm presenting this speech for the Center for Advancing Innovation Innovate Children's Health Challenge in September 2024. Àvida Biotech is a company that tries to reduce the burden of infectious diseases. Many of these diseases don't have a treatment, don't have a vaccine. The availability of vaccines is very uneven, and it depends very much on geography and where you are. And there are, of course, different types of infectious diseases that have different kinds of impact. Some of them have epidemic reach, including bronchiolitis, influenza, and of course COVID. Others are endemic. Dengue is an endemic disease, but it still affects or has a risk about half the world's population. And some diseases are emerging, including Zika and others. We are an early stage virtual biotech company. We are based in Barcelona. Although we operate in several countries through collaborations, alliances, and outsourcing. We have a team that's spread over several countries, and that includes expertise in all the key areas needed to carry out our goals. We have 4 SDGs at the core of our definition of success. Of course, good health and well-being, that's almost a given, right? But we are also focusing on industry innovation and infrastructure. I am specifically very proud to say that we are trying to advance also on SDG number 10, reduce inequalities. In our case, that's inequalities in access to life-saving drugs. And we're also working on SDG 17, Partnership for the Goals. We aim to have, let's say, a second ring of reach. So it's not only that we want to deliver vaccines or drugs to people that need them, but we also want to generate other opportunities, including training and other things that are not specifically the vaccines, but that involve our partners in the countries where we operate. What do? We have a broad spectrum antiviral that is thermostable. It can be given orally and can be used as a scaffold to make vaccines. And it can also be used as a therapeutic molecule on its own. Being thermostable and being oral can reduce very much the cost of everything from development to distribution. So it would make immunization programs a lot easier. So we aim to work in collaboration, of course, with national procurement agencies, but also other stakeholders that work on the ground to deliver vaccines to people that need them. We have specific focus on people living on LMICs. Here you see, for instance, our first bit of data that we had with dengue, and you see that it's a dose-dependent response. So the more product that we add to an in vitro system of dengue, we see fewer cells infected without affecting the viability of the cells. This product originates from a water-soluble fraction of a plant extract that has known antiviral activity. We're working now with a mix, and we are doing analytical chemistry to identify what's in the mix. We have an idea of some of the molecules that are in there, but we still haven't found the right combination to apply for IP. But in the meantime, we have generated data. Here you see with chikungunya, with Zika, with influenza, and also with HIV. And we see these are all envelope viruses, and we have a very good idea that this could prevent pathogen X, new emerging infections caused by envelope viruses. As I said, we don't have a patent protection yet. We have a report saying that we could patent the mix once we have finalized the characterization. We have a good regulatory pathway ahead because this product is generally regarded as safe. And it could facilitate very much specifically the non-pharmaceutical uses of the antiviral for vector control and others, but also for the vaccines. The work is being carried out now by Dr. Verma team at the Double Research Foundation in India. Although in the past we have collaborated with other researchers at Pasteur Institute, at universities in Canada, in the US, and also at companies in the UK and elsewhere. We have advisors that cover all the key areas. Here are some of them. Myself, I was scientific director at the Barcelona Science Park for several years. I oversaw a budget of 6 million euros, and I had 100 people in my team. And I have been involved as a founder or mentor or investor in a number of companies over the past 15 years. This is a broad spectrum antiviral that can be used in a number of indications. Here you see some of them. And please note that outside of infectious diseases, there are other diseases that have, let's say, viral involvement, including multiple sclerosis and several types of cancer. We're also exploring that. And we are also developing non-medical uses, for instance, as vector control to prevent transmission, and also as a nutraceutical, and also as a laboratory reagent to make samples secure for handling, which is an issue in low middle income countries. These are, let's say, low-hanging fruit that have shorter development times. So what we need to do is to complete the discovery. We are working on it. And once we secure IP on the mix of active molecules, we will seek early licensing deals for indications that are not a priority for us, such as, for instance, MS or cancers or even influenza. As far as pediatrics is concerned, we have different indications in mind. For instance, Zika, we want to prevent mother-to-child transmission through an oral product, nutraceutic prophylactic that we would license out. For dengue, we want to do proper vaccine development with this product. We have results in a mouse model of dengue, and we see that we can immunize mice orally. And also we have a plan to work on bronchiolitis, which is an issue, again, very much in low middle income countries, even though it's a disease of global incidence, and we want to develop an oral vaccine. We are in the discovery phase. We need about 750,000 euros to reach a point where we can do regulatory preclinical, and we can start licensing out some of these opportunities. And as soon as possible, we will start working on vector control through a beta inactivation system and other non-pharmaceutical applications. For that, we need €250,000 euros this year, as soon as possible, to finalize the identification of the active compounds and to validate this in several viruses of interest in human health. We have a plan to design synthetic analogs because we don't want to work with the natural product as much as possible. And then we need to go into animal models. Animal models for some of these diseases are not very good, but that's what everybody's using, so we need to go that way. This, from the point of view of an impact investor or venture philanthropist or somebody who is interested in let's say, the social impact of biotechnology, this is an opportunity to do good and to do well. Okay? We addressed medical needs that have a large burden. We are aiming at markets that are not interesting for standard biotech development products, pharma biotech. Our approach is a technology platform that can result in a number of different products for different indications, which on their own might not have an interesting market, but together they would. And also we are very much focused on sustainability, sustainable development goals, as I said. We have a platform that has, of course, a certain technological risk, but this risk decreases the more that we validate it in different indications. We are aiming at indications such as dengue that have big markets, even though these markets have not been tested with proper products. I mean, the Sanofi vaccine was a flop, but there is certainly a medical need, and we think that we can serve it. Because we have different business models for different indications and even for the different valuable positions, we can generate multiple revenue streams, some based on licensing and others based on our own development of products. So in many indications, we are really in a blue ocean, because there is nothing out there for many of the diseases that we want to tackle, which makes this a very interesting opportunity for anybody who is interested in this social element of drug development, vaccine development, and drug discovery. So thank you very much. I hope that you found this relevant, and I'll be happy to provide more information if needed. Thank you very much.